91X.
We are live at the Coachella Flophouse. It is 91X. My name is Halloran. Please welcome into the interview booth, Sleeper Agent.
Hello.
Hello.
A big round of applause. I have to start off by saying that I don't know who this guy is. This guy's been bugging me about you guys for like the last almost 3 years.
Good.
His name is Matt. He sings in this band called Cage the Elephant.
Yeah.
Every time I interview him, he goes, Halloran, listen. Is that a good impersonation of him? Hey, Halloran, listen. I can't do his voice.
Hey, man.
But he's like, he gets hyped up, and all he talks about is Sleeper Agent. Where did this relationship come from?
We're from the same town.
That's how I
Yeah,
found
but
out about
like-
Sleeper Agent.
That's how you found out about him from
Yeah, their guitar player quit.
Yeah.
The one they had at the time. They did the demo with this other guitar player, and Matt and Brad were like, "Dude, you got to hear Sleeper Agent. Might want to play guitar in the studio for them. We might
So
need
being
you."
from the same town is one thing, but having a guy who's touring the whole country, spreading the word, is a completely different thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
we've been buddies for 6 years now.
6
Yeah.
years?
So even before they were Cage the Elephant, you know, it was Matt Schulze, the crazy kid who went nuts on stage in a local coffee shop. So
Right.
yeah, there's a long relationship there with me and a couple other members of the band.
How did it start? Just playing coffee shops together, or
Yeah,
or
I
what?
mean, there weren't many venues at all, and there still really aren't in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And like, so you go watch shows, and the music community was so tight knit that you really couldn't ignore anybody because it was just like there's maybe 20 people in it. You
I
know?
mean, it's still like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like us and Cage are both that way now with this band called Schools that is like coming out of
All right, so
Bowling
now I'm hearing from you guys,
Yeah.
schools, spelt like schools,
Like schools, yeah.
Schools, just plural.
and that's it, schools.
Schools. It's like a new trend. It's like cults, schools, givers. What else is there?
I don't know, lots of plurals.
Yeah.
Sans the.
Where did you get the name Sleeper Agent from? Because that was one thing I kept telling Matt. I go, that finally another great name for a band that nobody's used before.
It's from Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. That's all it really is.
Yeah, it's really
But
nerdy
Sleeper Agents
stuff.
have been like,
Yeah, I guess
know.
they're more associated with like Soviet Union, that kind of deal. But
right, the guy who's just going along one day, suddenly hears a Kraftwerk song on the radio, ding, he
Yeah,
changes
yeah.
into a zombie and kills everybody.
And in the
There's
show,
like
it's the very same way. It's they're Cylons and Tyrians. Look it up.
Okay.
And pretty much they think they're human, then they wake up and they're not, and they kill people.
Yeah, they realize that they're machine.
Yeah.
But you're too young to even know what Battlestar Galactica was.
No.
You must-
They rebooted it.
They rebooted it like
You must have
7
cable.
years ago. No, I have DVDs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
And
you
Netflix.
formed how long ago then? Back
2008.
2008?
Yeah.
And then I joined the band in 2010, and that's when it kind of changed. Before then, it was pretty much a totally different band. Our drummer was singing, and like they had other people and come and go and things like that. And then when I joined, we kept the name, but it was a totally different band.
Yeah.
So mutated into what it is today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Justin and Tony have been going at it for a while, trying to do a Sleeper Agent project.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and with
Justin's our
different
drummer.
members and stuff.
And they just never want to change the name because it's such a good name.
Well, it
Makes
was-
sense.
It's our baby, you know.
Right.
It's like it goes through its awkward period, but we're gonna finesse it into what it is, you know.
So influences. Tell me about the influences.
Jay Retard.
It's all kind of started with Jay Retard, who's a Memphis-based artist who unfortunately died a couple years ago.
Actually, around the same time we played our first show. It was really sad.
And then, of course, everybody says this, but it's true. The Pixies and like the Beatles, the Beach Boys, and Jackson 5 is an odd one.
Ronettes. I'm a huge Ronettes fan, and just the whole Phil Spector era.
Interesting. All right, let's play a song. What's the first track you're going to play?
Love Blood.
And then what we'll do is after this song, we'll talk some more, and we'll put a bunch of stuff up on the web as well at 91x.com if that's okay with you.
Yeah,
perfect.
definitely.
All right, perfect. So Love Blood, it's Sleeper Agent, it's 91X. All right, it's 91X. We're back with Sleeper Agent. They just played the song called Love Blood. And since this is for the web, we get to ask all the weird questions.
Okay.
You mentioned Beach Boys, Pixies as influences, Ronettes, which I found shocking when I interviewed Frank Black years ago that he was a big Beach Boys fan. And I never thought it by listening to the Pixies until he said it. And then when you listen to it, you suddenly realize that it's all there.
Well, like the Beach Boys were like, we always call it Animal Collective, like today's Beach Boys, because it's all about layering and like this weird like.
These really close harmonies and like just this pop sensibilities, but then Animal Collective have to go and kind of, I can guys right, fuck it up by making it so like inaccessible. But that's what also makes it great.
Well,
you know?
Animal Collective is just like, I don't know, I'm going off on a tangent, but like it's like we always say like it doesn't sound like humans make the music. Sometimes, but
lizards
it's
make it or something
it's
like
so
that.
great. But I can understand where the Beach Boys with the Pixies come from.
Yeah, Here Comes Your Man is like a great pop song.
It is.
Yeah.
They're all great pop songs, but you just don't, because they were just so, especially back then, they were just so, I don't want to say over
Just really
saturated
they're
with,
aggressive.
you know, like the
Yeah.
Jesus and Mary chant. You guys know them at all?
Yeah, yeah.
Same thing. Amazing pop songs. Just turn up as much reverb and distortion as possible. Let's try to bury the pop song in there.
I feel
But
like
it's-
it's what we try to attempt to do as well. I mean, I don't say we try to
Play it
bury
really
it,
fast.
but I say, I say we might speed it
A
up.
lot
and-
of times there's 3 songs in one song, just
Right.
because
Yeah.
we can't get through it fast enough.
Cults, same vibe.
Yeah,
Great
they're a
little
little
pop
more
songs.
chill. Yeah, a little more
A
chill.
little bit more chill.
Yeah.
They're a San Diego band, too. I didn't know that until, of course, they...
Yeah, they uprooted to Brooklyn a
Yeah.
couple years ago.
Why? I have no idea. Why would you
It's
want to
just
leave
the
San
thing.
Diego?
Brooklyn's the place to be, I guess.
I don't know why.
I think San Diego's the place to be.
Exactly. So,
keeping it
are you guys
classy.
going to stay based in Bowling Green, or are you
Yeah,
planning on?
we'll
moving?
always claim Kentucky, but we are thinking about moving to Nashville.
At least a few of us are. Josh actually lives in Franklin near Nashville now. It's where he's born and raised.
Yeah, I've been in Nashville local for my whole life.
Interesting.
So
But,
I drive about an hour to commute to these guys in Bowling
It's not
Green.
bad.
No, it's not too
An
bad.
hour's not bad at all.
Yeah.
But
Touring, obviously, here this weekend and next weekend, doing your things here. What are the plans in the future for Sleeper Agent?
we already have like, we'll be touring constantly, just a lot. And then we're going back on the road with Ben Queller after Coachella. We'll be playing the El Rey and a bunch of other places.
Yeah, we got a few other things lined up we can't really announce yet, but they're really cool things, and pretty much we've been touring for a year and 4 months now, and I don't think we plan on stopping for another year.
Now, obviously, since you're good friends with Matt from Cage, has he, reached out and said, let's do a little, Kentucky-sized tour and bring schools out as well? And
We've toured with them last year, but I mean, I'm sure eventually we'll get to that point where school's ready to go on the road.
It's really toxic for us to tour together, though.
It's just way too much fun.
Yeah.
it makes for better songwriting, though.
Yeah, I guess so.
In a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes for terrible mornings.
Well, of course, but isn't that the way it's supposed to be? Terrible mornings make better songs.
Yeah.
If there's no conflict in a band, I mean, all you got to do is write songs that sound like Barry Manilow.
We don't have to beg for conflict. There's
That's
always
good.
going to be like,
You have so many personalities in one band that, there's always going to be a little bit of conflict, but we love each other, so it's all good.
Now,
That's-
who would you want to go out on tour with if you could? If you had the choice of anybody
I
to
feel
go
like
out
I've
there?
already been on tour with every band I wanted to go
sort
on tour
of.
with.
I mean, we played shows. We did the Weezer cruise, and we met the guys in Waves, and we're like, I just
Another
love-
San Diego band?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved that record, and so we got to hang out with them a little bit, and I love.
See, I kind of consider that like a little bit of touring.
It was a little bit. It was 4 days with them, but it was like on the boat. But I would
think-
love to go on the road with them.
4
though.
days.
I want
On
to
a
tour
boat!
with
Yeah, exactly.
with Pearl Jam or with
Pearl
the
Jam?
Strokes.
You want to go
Yeah,
on tour
I don't
with
know
Pearl
why I
Jam
want
and the
to.
Strokes?
Yeah, either one of those would be really awesome.
And okay, let me ask you this: what would you expect? And this is for
I
web
just
only. What
I
would you
just want to
expect on the
watch their
road?
set every night. You know?
Oh, I see. Okay, that's good.
I'm just
Okay,
kind of a
all right.
fan.
So you're not expecting like the ancillary stuff that would be happening because these are massive bands.
We'll work
I
it
guess maybe I'm like shooting for the moon there, but
out. a little bit.
I think I would like to tour with Group Love just because we,
oh,
we
Group
get
Love
along
is
so
all
well.
yeah.
with Group
Young the
We-
Giant, those are our boys. Those
Yeah.
those guys are just so much fun to hang around.
We
with.
played like a little bit of like holiday shows with them, and like kind of did like a mini tour where we'd meet up every once in a while through like December and January, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, just like a huge family. It was awesome.
Yeah, I was just texting Hannah earlier, being like, I have to find you and meet up because she's here at Coachella, and so excited to see them.
All right, and to wrap up this, I'll go around the room. Who would you want to work with individually in the studio, with or without the rest of your band members? Who would you have to have in the studio that you could sing songs with, write songs with, have them play on your record? It can be anybody dead, living, yet to be born.
I mean, I say this all the time, but Jeff Tweedy from Wilco, he's my favorite songwriter of all time. Yeah.
Okay, Tweety, yes.
Okay, I would probably say like either Ronnie Spector because she still just kicks ass and she's just amazing, or Neko Case just because I'm a huge fan of Neko Case and I think she's great.
Perfect. Don't say Eddie Vedder.
No, I think I'd want to do like a guitar record with like Manu Katché on drums and maybe like Sting on the bass or something like that.
Sting on the bass.
You want Sting to play bass?
Yeah, I want
And
Sting
Manu
to play bass and
put him in his
percussion?
place.
I want him to play bass for me.
And who would sing? You?
Oh no, we'd be instrumental. I think
But if you had to have a singer, who would the singer be?
Joe Cocker.
Nice. Do you know like Jarvis Cocker? Did you see
I've never
Pulp?
heard Jarvis Cocker.
The singer from Pulp, the guy who sang last
no
night.
kidding?
Yeah.
Jarvis, what a cool name.
Are they related?
I hope not. Even though they're from the same town, I think.
I gotta meet that guy.
Yeah, interesting.
I think I've got a guitar named Jarvis.
Jarvis? Wonderful. All right, Sleeper Agent, thank you very much for swinging by. It is
Thank you.
91X, and it's all on the web, baby.
91X.